We're Angelo and Ilsa. After the government forced our theater in Western New York to close, and with no clear view of when we would be able to reopen, we moved our family into a 15-year-old shuttle bus and made it our tiny off-grid home on wheels. If you want to join us on our adventures, hop aboard by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss a thing. There's over there. What? There, perfect.
Oh boy, really? I can't. Yeah, you did not notice that I...
There we go.
1,000 feet. Right into Hollywood Boulevard.
What?
We're on Hollywood Boulevard
Are
right
you
now.
filming it?
Yes, I am.
Let's get a hotel room. Let's just get a hotel.
Oh my god.
And go in a pool.
You want to just make everything so expensive. Downtowner motel. I need to adjust the lighting on this.
Hollywood Boulevard?
I think when you get further that way, it starts getting more exciting.
Huh?
No, first we drive by the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh my gosh. We want to get out and stick our hands in people's hands and stuff.
It's not like that. It's just a bunch of stars.
What?
It's just a bunch of stars on the Walk of Fame. There's no handprints.
Where's the handprints? It is really cool that we're in Hollywood.
It is.
This a little tent village?
Yep.
Can we camp there?
Probably.
Behind them at Tommy's? Do those people, like, live there? Or are they occupying?
I don't know. We've got generators and a microwave.
Are they protesting?
They're selling flags, I think.
Now where do we go? Turn right at the Sunset Boulevard.
Look, what's going on here? It's a protest.
Like Black Lives Matter.
They're protesting. I don't even know what.
Look at all the cops. Oh god. Let's get out of here.
1,000 feet. Turn right on Fountain Avenue.
1,000 feet,
Turn right? Where?
You can.
It's the next one. Okay. Hi. Oh, you're up really close. Hi. There was a McDonald's back there. Looks like someone's living in
Look at
that.
that shuttle bus. There's a shuttle bus like that one. Look at it.
Yes, it's really sharp. Is someone in the right lane next to me?
Yes.
Alright, goodbye.
I'm still recording. That's the Pacific Ocean, everybody. That's the Pacific Ocean.
Oh god, oh god. What lane do I need to be in here? Okay, I'm trying to turn my camera around. There's the ocean. Never going to the beach again.
And here we go to the beach again.
Here we go to the beach again. You want to find those RV people and ask them
Yeah,
how they got
that?
in? Yeah, how'd they get in there? I need a coffee really bad. Can we go in right here? Can we go in? I'm gonna go in here.
Turn left, then turn left.
Okay. It's telling me. Turn left, I'm gonna turn left. Never going to the beach again. Except for now. Where do I go?
Oh, not there. It says turn left, then turn left.
There was no way to turn left and turn left. This was the lot they were in, right?
Turn left.
I think that's the one entrance spot, and then you can drive on the road in there, up and down and up and down.
I guess.
So that's how those people were in here. I don't think they're here now.
So here is how to camp for free on the beach in Malibu.
It's a really hard thing to find camping. You need to have reservations way in advance. It's the most compact and hilly city, Hollywood, Los Angeles area. It's very hilly, it's very compact. We went through In-N-Out Burger drive-through, and I was going over curbs and taking out bushes. And
we're not even in like a big RV. We're just in the smallest version of a shuttle bus. It's just like a large van. And we couldn't even get through the drive-through of In-N-Out Burger.
yeah, it was kind of wild.
Anyway, it's not only is it hard to find a traditional campsite, it's also hard to find free camping. It's very hard. I mean, there just isn't. You don't find a lot of stuff on freecampsites.net.
Even if you were to find a parking lot, which is not the most fun way to camp, but if you need to sleep, you know, you got to go somewhere. There's not even enough space in the parking lots. The parking lots have like tiny car parking spots. So we were a little nervous about
and it's expensive.
Right. And figuring out where we were going to go was a little stressful because we were tired. We were hungry, so we got the In-N-Out Burger thing, and that was slightly traumatic, but their burgers are really good. I've never had them before. They were yummy.
I thought the fries were...
So we're driving up and down. We find on freecampsites.net, we saw, or was it iOverlander? One of those.
iOverlander.
We saw that you could camp on the Pacific Coast Highway. So we drive up and down the coast and we discovered the area where they said there's free camping, and it was just on the highway.
Just on the shoulder.
Just right off the shoulder. And we knew it was the right spot because there were tons of other people doing it. Tons of other people that are way crazier than us, because I didn't feel safe. We pulled over for a minute and listened to the ocean. It was right there. It was cool. The ocean's right there. But people drive like maniacs in their hot rods, like really quick. And they go by you so fast that your whole vehicle shakes. So it was very scary, and I wasn't digging that.
There were Class A's, though, parked right on the Pacific Coastal Highway with their slide outs out.
They just settled right in and opened up the sides like it was no big deal to camp there. And I was in awe of that. That's not for us. I'd almost rather just drive around all night until the beach is open and we can park in the parking lot and sleep. Anyway, with that being said, we noticed in one of the beach parking lots that there were campers in there. So we went back and forth trying to figure out how to get into these parking lots. I'm like, well, we can camp there. That'd be a perfect spot. But we couldn't figure out how to get in. Everywhere we found, there was a gate that was closed. The exits were open, but they had those teeth that like go sideways where you could drive over them one way to get out. But if you try to go back in, you pop all your tires. So anyhow, we wound up driving off a side road and found an area that seemed like it was okay to park overnight. It seemed like they monitored the spots. It said 1 hour parking between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So I thought as long as we're out of there by 8, even 9, no one should really pay too much attention to us. It was a quiet, sort of residential neighborhood. There was an inn nearby, and I thought if anyone sees us, they might just think we're at the inn. So we didn't turn on any of our interior lights. We closed all the shades and we slept. And that was pretty peaceful. It was a quiet street. I felt pretty safe there. Then in the morning, we came back to the beach where the campers were, and we paid $5 to come in. It was Will Rogers Beach.
Will Rogers Beach.
We paid to come in.
It's between Palisades and Malibu.
Yes, and it's a very, very nice beach. They keep it very clean. It was a really great spot to hang out and play. And we went and found one of the people in an RV. They were still here, the RV that had been there overnight. And we went right up to them and said, hey, how did you camp here? And the woman said, well, we paid to come in and we were playing at the beach. And I think somebody did ask them, it was after closing time, she said, we just told them we were watching a movie. And they said, okay, well, you can get out still, we're closing the gates. And they just didn't leave. They just decided to stay. So
they figured someone would eventually tell them to get out, and if that happened, they would leave. But if not, they would just stay. So that's what they did. They took the risk, and it worked for them.
They stayed. So we decided to do the same thing. We played at the beach all day. We watched the sunset, and then we closed down around 10 o'clock. Right on the beach was going to be closing, and we went to sleep. And woke up in the morning and people were coming back to play at the beach again. Nobody bothered with us. Nobody seemed to care. We were the only ones there. And I think we would stand out like a sore thumb, like big white bus in the middle of this parking lot. We didn't even try to like tuck ourselves into the back corner. We just stayed where we were parked and went to sleep there.
Taking up 3 or 4 spots.
Yeah.
Yep, nobody cared. And then craft services started, you know, kind of appearing around us because they were setting up for shooting something.
Movie filming, I think, yeah.
And a couple locals assumed that we were part of the entourage. So
they thought that we were part of the film crew. Yeah, because we have a lettered bus and we have all sorts of gear strapped to the outside, and they just thought we were there as part of the film crew. So that gave us a new idea to maybe put some stickers on the bus that say, like, properties.
Or magnets. We can pop it up that say location services or properties management or whatever. And then people, no one will bother us anywhere in the Hollywood area because.
And if they do, we can be like, we have a permit. What are you doing? Get out of our way.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you act like you're supposed to be somewhere, people usually believe you.
Anyway, in conclusion, how to camp for free on the beach, or for $5 anyway.
I'm a little afraid.
Is here's what you do. You go to a beach, and you might be able to try this pretty much anywhere. You park as far away as you can from the entrance. So the front gate person couldn't see us as they were clocking out and leaving, and as long as they don't bother to drive down there to check, they're not going to bother us. So we did that. We paid the $5 to get in. We camped far away from the entrance, and if they had come and said, you can't stay here, we're closing, you need to leave, then what we would have done is we would have driven up the street, found a place that doesn't have, that only has a limit during the day. You camp there overnight, and then you just come right back in the morning. So if that's what you do, it ends up costing you $10 to spend 2 days, a night and 2 days at the beach.
So we camped in Malibu, beachside, for $5.
$5.
$5.